Hi, everybody. Well, we will be live on YouTube in just a minute. Just got to get. There you go. Now we're live on YouTube. Vi doesn't beg. She says, "Peanut, peasant. I require sustenance." Yes, yes. She's the Dowager Queen. She is the Dowager Queen. No kidding. Dowager Duchess. I'm wasting away. I haven't eaten in a fortnight. Keen. I need treats, Father. I am skin and bones. Yes, yeah. You all know the routine. You all know the routine. So anyway, yes, hi everybody. My name is T. You can call me TT Monster or Twitch Dad. And I am one of the founders of Old Spirits Investigations. I don't mind going back and playing for you the oh wow moment that we had the other night. And this is what I'm saying. Holla. I'm gonna boost the sound on this a little bit too, just so you all can hear it. But yeah, yesterday we were looking over footage from the live stream of our let me know when you're down there. When of the live stream. Pip might have to wait a moment because guess what? Guess what, everybody? Attention, all personnel. Ads in 5 seconds. Ads in 5 seconds. That is all. Don't worry. I will wait until everybody gets back. And then I'll show this this moment. But here's my game plan for this particular live stream. I would like to have this live stream be one of those instances where people put me on in the background and just let me cook. And you're doing your thing. You're just chilling out. And then you hear me say, "Hold on a second," or "Wait a minute, I need to back that up." And then you stop what you're doing. You go, "Okay, what's T doing? What has T found?" And that happened yesterday, not once, but twice. Twice, everybody. This place. All right. Well, I gotta wait. I'm in the middle of an ad break. But Steve Saylor, thank you very much for that raid. I certainly do appreciate it, and I appreciate you. And I love being a part. I do love being a part of your creative process today, because that really was fun. That was an absolute blast. All right, and in about a minute and a half, we will go on ahead and I will show you what happened. But let me go ahead. Let me bring you up to speed on where we were and what we're doing. So right now we are reviewing the live stream, which is going to be the primary video or the base video for things that we find in the investigation. And the idea is that I will go back off stream and I will put in various change of camera angles and things like that. And so far we have investigated 2 buildings on the Clover Hill Historic Village. The blacksmiths, and then we are now in the it's basically the farmhouse. This was a not only a working farmhouse. They raised 11 kids in this farmhouse, and it's not a big farmhouse. It's not a big space. Now, what's really cool though is so if you don't know what a historic village is, and this is the case of Appomattox, these are buildings that are going to be torn down to make way for other properties or things like that. And what they've done is that they have resurrected these buildings. They've given them a second life. They've physically moved the buildings from point A to point B, and point B being, of course, the historic village. This is a collection, a hodgepodge, if you will, of different historic buildings that were scheduled for demolition and are given a second life. On top of that, they have done recreations of other historic buildings that may or may not have been in the area. Appomattox is a very busy place here in Virginia. It was not only where the surrender was made official of the Confederate Army to the Union Army and brought our country back together, but it was a battlefield. It was the final battlefield of the United States Civil War. So we have a lot of things going, and before then, It was a Native American reservation. You know, there were not reservation, but there were Native American lands for hunting, for settlement. There's a lot of history on this land, and that's one of the things that we also have to take into consideration. So let me go on ahead and let me play yesterday the big thing that we and I'm going to suggest you either turn up the volume, pump up the volume, dance. You either want to turn up the volume or put on some headphones because you got to be listening for it. Basically, after you hear us talk a little bit about what GhostTube had just said, that's when you hear it. So I'm going to go ahead and hit play. This is not the time to crap out on me, Premiere. Here we go.
Someone here.
Ooh, I didn't like that.
I liked it.
I know you liked it.
Of course you liked it.
Would you like to share your name with us? Which one?
How about all of you?
Yeah. One at a time, of course.
Did you hear that?
I heard that.
I heard
You
that.
talking about
Yeah.
the footsteps?
Yeah, I heard that.
Above
That was
us?
pretty clear.
That was
I'm gonna play that again. Right after we go quiet, you hear this. You hear four rapid footsteps. You heard all of our names.
Someone here.
someone here.
Ooh, I didn't like that.
I liked it.
I know you liked it.
Of course you liked it.
Would you like to share your name with us? Which one?
How about all of you?
Yeah. One at a time, of course.
Did you hear that?
I heard that.
I heard
You
that.
talking about
Yeah.
the footsteps?
Yeah, I heard that.
Above
That was
us?
pretty clear.
That was very clear.
I heard that. Was that you that we just heard?
I just got chills.
You can come downstairs. Ears are popping.
That actually sounded like you.
Did it?
Yeah. The first voice in the way.
For you to play with.
Oh, I just got a potent smell of alcohol.
Ooh.
You're talking about like whiskey, right?
Yeah.
You're making your own.
It's gone now. Did that just say whiskey?
No, I don't think so.
Daryl did say there were also a lot of shiners in the area.
Okay. Yeah, it was like whiskey adjacent. It was very strong. But like you smell it coming off of someone, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Cockatoo.
I hope not.
Oh, you want to leave it?
There's a bowl in the middle too.
All right, hold on one second, everybody. Hang on. There we go. That works. So yeah, it was very, very clear footsteps we picked up on here. Give me 1 second, everybody. I just gotta do a little quick home maintenance here. I mean, yeah, let's not do that today. Let's see, tomorrow. We'll go. Yeah. I'll add one more availability. Okay. Just have to give me a time, and I'll be talking to you. Okay. Just let's see. I look forward to talking to you. Ooh, that's clever. Okay. T. Morris. That's pretty clever. So basically, I just got invited. This is kind of nice. Just got invited to chit chat with some people tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow, but I mean, they wanted my availability. So I gave them my availability for tomorrow and then Monday and Tuesday. But as part of the process, they said, "Hey, would you mind recording your voice? Or sorry, not recording your voice, but recording how your name is pronounced." So that's pretty clever. I've never seen that before. So that's kind of cool. I'll have to make sure I check with Pop and see if she can find out anything about these folks. So let's cross our fingers and see how that goes. Anyway, back to this. So, this was a pretty big hit yesterday.
Which one? How about all of you?
Yeah, one at a time, of course. That's just crazy.
I heard that.
I heard that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the footsteps.
Yeah, I heard that.
Above
That was
us.
pretty clear.
That was very clear.
I heard that. Was that you that we just heard? So, if anybody is curious, we do have a new
You
gadget
can come downstairs.
that we are playing around with here. You might have noticed it pop up. It's called GhostTube Vox. Now, my long-term people here, they know GhostTube. There's GhostTube, there's GhostTube Seer. Those are the two big ones. This one is it's not a new app, but it's new to us because we have a portal, at least one that Phil made. We work with spirit boxes, but this is very different. GhostTube Box is basically an app for your phone that mimics a portal. Now, what is a portal? A portal is a spirit box hooked up to a bunch of different filters. And what the aim of the portal is that it takes out the and then it boosts whatever signals are popping in through that you hear. Now, yes, there are people that there are many skeptics and critics who do not give a lot of credence to spirit boxes, and they should. These methods are all untried. They're all kind of woo, kind of out there, but if you approach them with the right discipline or the right approach, if you approach with the right approach, let me try that again. If you approach with the right discipline or the right mindset, I think you can get a lot out of this. Well, GhostTube Box is basically a portal, but instead of working with a spirit box, it's working with your iPhone. And the only reason we are using GhostTube Vox here is because we have had very, very good results with other GhostTube offerings, namely the original GhostTube app and Seer. And we wanted to give Vox a try, and we really do like it. It's actually quite good. And this is still very, very new to us. So yeah, you're gonna notice that we're trying something different. And that's what we got running here. So if anybody has any, by the way, that's the other thing too. This review session is just that. It is an open forum for you to ask questions about paranormal investigation, about how we do paranormal investigation, all the different things that we have going on. Please feel free to ask. It's one of the reasons why I do these open sessions, so that people can sit down and ask me the tough questions, and I invite them. I find it great, and it also helps me get through what is the other side of paranormal investigation. I'm kind of putting myself out there when I say stuff like this, but because I know that Phil would not feel comfortable, I think, if I were to come out and say this. Or as I represent old spirits. There are two types of investigators out there right now. You've got people like Jason Hawes, people like Amy's Crypt, people like Paranormal Quest, and people like us. And I call us paranormal investigators. We sit down, we do the work, we go through the footage. Sometimes we catch stuff, sometimes we don't. And the stuff that we catch, we're not necessarily, jumping out of our skins or anything like that. granted, we did have a pretty strong reaction to that, but that's beside the point. But we are trying very hard to look at things from a critical point of view. That's paranormal investigation. Then you have on the other side of the spectrum, you have people like Zach Baggins. You have people like Sam and Colby. And then you have people like Twin Paranormal. Ooh, pardon me. And you have groups like Mindseed. And those folks, I call them paranormal entertainers. Because it feels like every time you watch their stuff, it ramps up until somebody is supposedly possessed, and they're either rolling around the floor or they're talking. They're very wispy. No, we didn't run screaming. We were excited, yeah, but we didn't run screaming. Exactly. That's another thing you see in a lot of paranormal entertainers. They run away from something. They run away from a sound. Whereas when you see Phil and myself in the field and others that I mentioned, they take a deep breath and they go towards the sound. And they don't run. They walk cautiously to make sure that they don't disturb anything. So that in case it is a critter, in case it is some type of woodland animal, or if it's worse, someone that is using said space as their base of operations, their primary domicile, well, you don't want to startle them because then things might get messy. So these are the two extremes we're working in. And one of the things that I would say about the aforementioned Baggins, Sam and Colby, Mindseed, they're not reviewing this evidence. They're basically taking everything at face value. They ramp up the tension because that's what gets the clicks and that's what gets the watch time. And you know what? If that works for you, great. Just don't call it paranormal investigation. Call it something else. But please don't call it paranormal investigation. This is the other side of it. This is where we're sitting down and we're running through it. If you're asking for evidence and you get it, running and screaming is the worst. And it's rude. This is why I love working with Val so much. Val, by the way, Val is also a part of the Taps family. Not the immediate family that you see on television, but at one point, Val actually did do some stuff with the Atlantic Paranormal Society or TAPS. And, she's met them and she understands their approach to things. And one of the things that I will say, not any longer. No, I should probably reiterate that. Not any longer. But one of the cool things about TAPS is they are so critical of the evidence that they catch. They tend to stray away from stuff like apps, even if the apps have some credibility behind them. And I feel like Vox is one of those that does have a lot of credibility behind it because it's designed for paranormal investigators by paranormal investigators. I'm a big fan of Amy's Crypt. I consider myself a crypt keeper, and I do. I have a lot of respect for what they do. So we're trying out GhostTube Vox here. So far, so good. Let's see where the rest of the evening takes us. So here we go.
That actually sounds like you.
Ears are popping.
That actually sounded like you. Did it? Yeah. The first voice in the way.
For you to play with.
Oh, I just got a potent smell of alcohol.
Ooh.
You're talking about like whiskey, right?
Yeah.
You're making your own.
It's gone. It's gone. Did that just say whiskey?
No, I don't think so.
Daryl did say there were also a lot of shiners in the area.
Okay. Yeah, it was like whiskey adjacent. It was very strong. But like you smell it coming off of someone, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Cockatoo.
Yeah. I hope not.
Oh, you want to lean against this? Might be better.
Yeah. She is a public figure, so I can get away with this. Because it does sound like it says Haktua. Hang on. Hang on. Trust me, it's not going to be a flattering picture I pick either. Hey, you know what? I'm not one to stray away from a little bit of controversy. See, there's the money shot right there. There's the money shot right there. And I will put that in. I'll put some goofy music behind it too, because just to lighten it up. Let's see here. And I'm going to go ahead and new folder. I'm going to call that folder assets. Save. Okay. And then I'll import the image here. Wow. Embodiment of try hard. I'm looking at her right now, and I'm like, yeah, embodiment of the pick me girl. Embodiment of it. So, okay. Let's see. As my wife can attest, and as my wife and Phil Rossi and can attest, I am an individual of strong opinions. Okay. Are we not doing this? All right, come on. There you go. If it had actually said Hawk to you, I would have probably said, "Yep, I'm not using this. Not using this app anymore. Nope, nope, no, thank you." Right, come on, there you go. And let's see. I'll move her here, and then up here. Oh, I'll leave me kind and blow her up about that. And then, just to make sure we have no mistake, where's crop? There's crop. Right. There you go.
But like you smell it
Perfection.
off of someone, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Cocktua.
Yeah. Oh, I hope not.
Oh, you want to lean against this? Might be better.
There's a bowl in the middle too.
I kind of like that. I kind of like that. It's wrong, but I kind of like that. Hey, yo, Welsh, how are you? And Ginger, good afternoon to you as well.
How old are you?
Good to see you over on, Derp. The good news is you haven't missed too much. Give me a second here. There we go. That was the button I was looking for. That was a button. Looking for a hangman? No. I'll go back. There you go. Okay.
Adjacent, it was very strong. But like,
Actually, since it's still selected, there you go.
like you smell it coming off of someone, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Cocktua.
Yeah. Oh, I hope not.
Oh, you want to lean against this? Might be better.
There's a bowl in the middle too.
I'm trying to do something. I'm trying to lean up. From this point forward, I started traveling with a little stand like this so that
How
I
old are
could put
you?
my iPad on there. So I now have to back this up. We had a couple of points during the live stream. We had some points during the live stream where we did lose the stream. And that's the warnings that you see coming off of Premiere, as well as these little gaps of silence and dark video. Now, the good news is this is my backup recording. This is my backup angle. Okay, do I get...
You hear that?
That was me. I just went.
You hear that?
That was me. I just went.
Okay.
Okay. So we do have some points where things drop out. However, I am filming, so I'll be able to incorporate in. Oh, I just realized something too. Instead of doing this, instead of deleting that footage, because it actually futzes with the running time and everything, I should probably just go ahead and demark it. So I'll do this. I'm going ahead and I'll call it. Oops, nope, won't do that. It should have selected both. All right, so I'll select this, and can I label this Yeller? I can label it Yeller, so we're good.
Okay.
It's the camera
It was
person.
I heard somebody running up there.
Yeah.
It was like a kid running up there. Ah, well, the good news is I think I caught it on other sources, so that's going to be helpful.
Why don't you come down and play with us?
Are you playing tag?
You made my fur all wiggly.
So I'll give you something to look at. You see this white light, this bright white light right about here? That is the tummy of Boo Buddy. So when you see it change, something's interacting with it, like this. And as we established earlier, red means that it's EMF, blue means it's colder, purple means it's getting warmer. So once again, Boo Buddy for the win. This is the most interaction we have seen from Boo Buddy. We get a lot of trigger. We get a lot of trigger. We've gotten a lot of trigger questions from Boo Buddy, but not so much EMF. Now we called it EMF what? EMF detected. EMF detected. Okay. It's a pretty versatile device, I gotta admit. Been really digging working with it.
You made my fur all wiggly.
That's EMF.
You made my fur all wiggly.
That's EMF.
I do like the new Boo Buddy's light. It's much easier
Yeah.
to
Yeah. Leaves a little less guessing.
Still here.
Still. Ooh, I heard that. And I'm gonna also say Ghost Tube Vox is actually coming out to play. It's coming out to play pretty hard. That's guessing.
Still here.
Still here. Yeah.
Oh, come on down.
Do you like living here with your family?
Is that the dog?
Yes.
Yeah.
Dog.
That almost sounds like it says dog. I'll put it down as saying dog, but that's interesting. That's very interesting. Because we do hear a dog outside. That's the important. That's the interesting bit. Hold on. Attention, attention, all personnel. Ads in 50 seconds. Ads in 50 seconds. That is all. Now, for those of you over on YouTube, you should probably, you won't notice anything that's gone on. You won't notice anything that's changed. These are ads specifically on Twitch, YouTube during long lives. I know that they put their own ads in, wherever they want. Not sure where they're putting them in with my stream, but there it is. So yeah, we have a couple of ad breaks here on Twitch. They do support this channel as well as Twitch itself. So thank you for watching and thank you for going through them. If you want to, of course, avoid ads, you can always drop a tier 1 sub here or higher, or you can always pick up Twitch Turbo, and yeah, that'll sidestep everything. Okay, so there you go, and back to it. Whoops, back to it. Wrong window, T. There you go.
Is that the dog?
Yes.
Yeah.
Dog.
That lingered a bit.
Yeah.
That lingered a bit.
I'm liking Vox.
Yeah. I have a feeling you would.
It's not going absolutely crazy. It's just.
I feel like it's like that Echo Vox app that I showed
It's a
you,
lot like that.
but it's not as complicated.
Same principle, but just a little more simple. It's for the people. It's for the peeps. For the paranormal peeps.
So who are these people in these pictures?
It's the Martins.
Family.
Oh, that own this place. Do they live here?
Yeah.
Yeah. They live
Oh,
there.
that's the Martins live
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ooh.
That's the Martins live
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Okay. I wonder why it's not doing that. Okay. All right, so now we gotta play through this. All right. So you see these the warnings that we're getting in these gaps. These are all these were all gaps in the these were all gaps in the stream. Because we were in the middle of freaking nowhere. There was very, very, very little around us, and we try to booster a hotspot. That didn't work, so we're like, okay, I guess we're gonna be doing this straight from the local Wi-Fi, and we had 1 to 2 bars. The good news is we have backup video, so it's not a problem. But for a preliminary run, this is actually working out just fine. I'm just gonna now instead of throwing off the sound, I'm gonna
Isabel?
look at that. We have two of these gaps here too.
Julian?
So the good news is we do have the whatever video we're missing, we have a reliable copy of it. It's just now an issue of keeping it in sync sound wise and everything. I think about
Willie?
Oh.
What do you think about? Do you think about your family?
They're coming.
A different question for you, and we know it. We still don't have. Okay, let's try a different question for you, and we know. Hmm. Yeah, it does sound like it says they're coming. Okay. Ah. Okay.
They're coming.
I heard that. I thought it was a good golly.
We still don't have. Okay, let's try a different question for you, and we know it's probably hard trying to talk to people when they come in here and they're asking questions and things like that. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to figure out when they come in here and they're asking questions and things like that. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to figure out.
Sorry. I bumped it with my foot. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sorry,
I
sorry,
was like,
sorry.
it's happening.
I was like, there it is.
Sorry.
It's happening.
I just want to find out how. Okay.
Hands feel nice and warm.
It's happening.
I just want to find out how. Okay. Okay. I just want to find out how. Okay.
Hands feel nice and warm.
And welcome back, everybody, from the ad break. There are 4 of us here right now. We have a. Okay. I just want to find out how. Okay.
Hands feel nice and warm.
There are 4 of us here right now. The breaks are a little aggravating, but I'd be more stressed out about it if we didn't have another source of audio and video to pull from. How many people are how many other people are here? Can you Yeah, I should have been doing this earlier instead of cutting out the bits that we lost. I should have been just marking them in yellow so that when I actually get to putting in better audio and things like that, I can sync it up better. Can you get?
It sounded like.
Someone said chill it.
Yeah, or chill.
Hmm.
Chilling.
Yeah.
But like bro.
Yeah,
It's
I know.
like bro voice. Joseph.
Joseph.
Is there a Joseph on that?
Joseph. Bro voice. like bro.
Okay. Yeah, I
Like
know.
bro voice.
Okay.
Joseph.
Joseph.
Is there a Joseph on that?
Is there a
board?
Joseph on that wall, huh?
There's not up on the wall. Not up on the wall.
Joseph.
Joseph.
Is there a Joseph on that?
Is there a
board?
Joseph on that wall, huh?
There's not up on the wall.
There's. Wait a second. Wait a second.
Joseph.
Joseph.
Is there a Joseph on that?
Is there a
board?
Joseph on that wall, huh?
There's not up on the wall.
Joseph.
All right, I gotta listen to that. There. Wait. Oh, sorry. I almost didn't do my cue. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Joseph. There's a couple of things
Is there a Joseph
happening
on that
there.
Is there a
Joseph on that wall, huh?
There's not up on the wall.
There. Something's happening there. There's something in there that sounds indicative to. There's something that sounds very indicative to Vox in there, but then there's a second sound. It happens shortly after, and I just need to focus on that. Okay. Joseph.
Is there a Joseph on that?
Is there a
board?
Joseph on that wall, huh?
There's not up on the wall.
Right there. First, there's this. That almost sounds like girlfriend, but it's right after. Right there. And that's not any of us, and that is also not that's not Vox. It also doesn't sound very friendly. We just let me capture the noise print. Yeah, it's saying what I think it's saying. I think it is saying what it's saying. Very unfriendly. Very unfriendly. A little angry too. A little angry it sounds like to me. Yep, don't like that. I know. I never like it when the ghosts are rude. Yeah, that is not any of us. And that is definitely not it's definitely not GhostTube Vox. GhostTube says
Not up on the wall.
yeah.
Joseph.
Is there a Joseph on that
Is there a
board?
Joseph on that wall, huh?
There's a. Not up on the wall.
Yeah, that's not on Vox. That's not on Vox at all. Okay. Pip was telling me yesterday after she saw the stream and heard some of the clips that I picked up. She was like, "Yeah, I was not getting friendly vibes from that house at all." So yeah. I must admit I'm really impressed right now with GhostTube Vox though. But wow, that's
Joseph.
Joseph.
Is there a Joseph on that
Is there a
board?
Joseph on that wall, huh?
There's a.
I swear it's saying girlfriend. So the next test we got to do, hon, is we got to see if turning off the microphone to GhostTube Vox adjusts it at all or changes its changes how things are coming in.
Boys. Joseph.
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 Is there a Joseph on that
Is there a
board?
Joseph on that wall, huh?
There's a. Not up on the wall.
Oof. I do not like it when they get nasty like that. I do not like it when they get nasty. All right. And what I'm going to do with this is going to do that. I had no idea that this place was this busy. I really didn't. I need to get another element here. So let's go in here. Import. Okay. And you are here. Okay. Angle it there. Bring it down here. Opacity down to 60. And then let's see what I need to do. I need to go to video effects, keying, and then we go to logo. They got a new keying here called logo cutout. That's not the one I use though. I go ahead and I use Luma key if I remember correctly, and that should remove the black background. It does not. What did I use? Did I use the? Well, let me just see. Nope. Oh no, here we go. Luma key. Threshold. Cutoff. Okay. Yep, I did use Luma key. And let's see. Whoops. Too much. That's about right. Okay. And then let's see here. I add one of these here. And I add one of these here. All right, so the whole thing looks like this.
Yeah, like bro. I know, bro voice. Joseph.
Joseph.
Is there a Joseph on that
Is there a
board?
Joseph on that wall, huh?
There's a knife on the wall.
The edge.
The edge.
I think that was the end.
Knife on the wall.
The edge.
You notice that the voice we pick up is of a different quality than because it's right there. You know, you have all these
Joseph.
samples
Is there a Joseph
of
on
what
that
it
Is there a
board?
sounds
Joseph
like.
on that wall, huh?
There's a knife on the wall.
The edge.
The edge.
Is there something photo on the edge?
I was gonna say,
Or like, is there someone in that?
Did
With
you
an
That
edge?
was a big electric hug.
That's a lot of activity for such a short amount of time.
The edge.
The edge.
Is there something photo on the edge?
I was gonna say,
Or like, is there someone in that? With an
So when we get activity like this, where it's clumped together like that, that's worth attention. That's worth attention because there's just a lot happening. You've got hits on Ghost Tube Vox. You pick up an an EVP, and then Boo Buddy goes off saying it picked up a static burst.
I know, bro voice. Joseph.
Joseph.
Is there a Joseph on that
Is there a
board?
Joseph on that wall, huh?
There's a knife on the wall.
Hmm.
The edge.
The edge.
Is there something photo on the edge?
I was gonna say,
Or like, is there someone in that? With an
Did you
edge?
That was a big electric hug.
Okay.
Oh, last week.
And what's even more amazing about it is we haven't even. Boo Buddy has been so responsive to things around it. It hasn't even had a chance to ask any of the trigger questions. So that's also very
Big
compelling.
electric hug.
Okay.
Big electric hug.
Okay.
Well, Pip might have nailed it. Pip might have nailed it. She did not care for this house. She was not a fan of this farmhouse.
Okay.
Well, last week.
What happened last week? Did other people come in here and try to talk to you?
Hmm. Okay.
Okay, was that you? Again, I thought I heard footsteps above us, but that scared the wrong.
I heard the book. That's all
I'm
I
just
heard.
opening this book up to see if it's going.
All right. All right. All right.
And your back packed it in right after. I think so. Do you remember going out to the Confederate officers camp, the winter camp? Do you remember going to that, hun? I know you didn't do the school. And I think you watched while we were doing the school.
See if it's going.
All right.
Ooh. Almost sounds like it's saying type.
All right.
Hmm.
Joseph, are you still here?
Would someone else like to introduce?
I feel a sneeze coming on, everybody. Hold on. Ooh. Oh, man. Full court press. I feel a sniffle and watering eyes on. Great. Okay.
Would someone else like to introduce? Would someone else like to introduce? Or would someone else like to introduce themselves to us?
Now, similar to a word bank, the responses here could just be nonsense. just because we get a response, and I want to make sure that I cover this. Just because you get, you know, you get sentences that you might recognize and things like that, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's paranormal. It doesn't. Um, but where it gets, where we at Old Spirits tend to pay the most attention is when you have a cluster of things happen. Like we got several back-to-back responses to with with Ghost Tube Box. Then we pick up the EVP, and then something happens with Boo Buddy. When multiple devices start interacting like that, that's when you take a step back and look at the evidence and go, and you have to ask yourself, okay, what happened here, and and why did it happen in such a cluster? And you look at, was somebody asking something? Was there a question out that had been floated out there? And that's the process. That's the process. Attention, attention, all personnel. Ads in 20 seconds. Ads in 20 seconds. That is all. Okay. So again, you just have to, you don't necessarily take everything that's coming at you and try to force a narrative around it. You want to see, first off, are these intelligent responses that are happening? And the next thing you have to try to figure out is, okay, if they're intelligent, what are they reacting to? And it's
Or would someone else like to introduce
and it's
themselves
hard.
to us?
It's hard.
Good point.
Good point. Good point. So we got that going for us, which is nice.
Yeah.
So we got that going for us, which is nice.
Yeah.
Now, maybe they don't
No.
want to introduce.
And that's even harder because when you get that type of hit, you're like, what the heck was that? And after listening to it a couple times, I think it says, no, you don't. So when you put it all together, it goes like something like this. Now, this could also be wishful thinking. I could be hoping that it said, no, you don't. Because that would be a direct, because, okay. So we hear the words, good point.
Good point. So we got that going for us, which is nice.
Yeah.
Now,
And then we hear what I think is, no, you don't. This is after I just said we got that going for us, which is nice.
maybe they don't want to introduce themselves. Okay. Now, maybe they don't want to introduce themselves. Okay. Introduce themselves. Okay. We're not making you nervous, are we?
Where are all these little bits and pieces of paper? Little notes.
Little notes. Charlie's newspaper cutting about a marriage announcement.
Does it
Charlie's newspaper cutting about a marriage announcement.
Does it bother
Do you
you?
think the arrow tickly?
Does it bother you?
I really do not remember, Pip. If you're still out there, I don't remember.